There are a lot of new amateur pilots out there, but instead of planes, these pilots are flying drones. 7 Eyewitness News I-Team discovered some drone pilots are taking big risks with your safety. They are flying into the protected airspace around major airports, including right here in Buffalo. And experts tell I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht the FAA needs to do much more to keep you safe.
Paul Walter learned to fly an airplane well before he was licensed to drive a car.
There we go.
Those years of experience make him a cool customer in the air. Even on a day last September when a strange object zipped past his Piper PA-39.
And my wife goes, "Look at that," and boom, we saw a large drone. It was off our wing maybe 50 feet.
Walter had a dangerously close encounter with a drone. A big one too, flying much higher than he thought was ever possible.
We just had a drone fly by us here at where it flies out.
Walker's first instinct? Warn other pilots, because a drone, especially around an airport, could have deadly consequences.
If it went through the windshield, I mean, that could be serious, to say the least. It could kill the pilot.
That's why federal law creates a 5-mile bubble around airports, where drones can only fly with permission. The 7 Eyewitness News I-Team discovered that dangerous drone operators break that law almost 6 times a day. Records reviewed by the I-Team showed just last year, pilots reported more than 2,100 unregistered drones in protected airspace. In New York, it happened 231 times. 5 of those close calls happened right here in the bubble around Buffalo-Niagara International Airport. And even helicopters, like Mercy flights, have had their own close calls with drones.
We need to be extremely cautious about this and don't leave that to chance.
Professor Javid Bayandor is an aerospace engineer. He studies drone strikes at the University at Buffalo's Crash Lab. He showed us simulations of what a drone would do to a jet engine. The damage done in less than a second.
By the time you detect a drone on a radar or see it on an aircraft, it would be too late.
So what does the FAA do to fight this risk? In many cases, it simply calls local police. NFTA transit police were sent to look for a drone in June of last year when a pilot at Buffalo-Niagara International Airport reported what he thought was a drone off the end of runway 23. The object turned out to be a Chinese lantern. An FAA spokeswoman told the I-Team unauthorized drone operators can face more than $1,000 per violation. But from those 2,100 drone reports called in last year, only 19 resulted with the pilot tracked down and fined. Just last month, the Government Accountability Office determined the FAA needs to do more, releasing this study on drones with a clear warning in the title. FAA should improve its management of safety risks. And citing the research of UB professor Javid Bayandor is a big reason why.
It's time for us to look into proper regulations. We're not trying to limit anyone, but try to look into proper regulations that would make sure that all of us are safe.
For pilots like Paul Walter, drones are just the latest potential problem on their radar. Except a drone flying where it shouldn't be is too small to see until it's too late.
We could have never missed it if it would have been in a collision course. I mean, by the time we saw it, we were upon it.
For the I-Team, Charlie Specht, 7 Eyewitness News.
Now, the FAA declined to sit down for an interview with us. In a statement, it says education is a key component of its drone safety plan, but knows it's often not enough.